LBR TV of education, information, and entertainment starts now.
All right, folks. Our apologies for that break-in. We are now live in the Sorlumba town, where the citizens are gathered to meet with members of the Joint Security, live from Sorlumba town, and of course, you have the one or two
now come out to
and the police
people
IG
here, and this is the
engaging with the
town.
town, the leaders and residents of the Sorlumba town. So this is where we are. Spoon TV, thanks for joining us. There's been some tension here, but the tension is being calmed. Of course, the elders of the town, residents of the Sorlumba town, have gathered here now. So thanks for joining us. Spoon TV. We are live at the Sorlumba town here, where residents of the town have gathered as well to meet with members of the Joint Security. So thanks for joining us. You have the elders there, the Inspector General of Police, and some residents of the town. So this is where we are. So check on the camera. Let me try to see.
There's a banana.
Okay.
So because of time, we'll be brief. And so based on that, while I am speaking, when I have somebody to interpret our greetings, that simple. If you want the director is speaking, and somebody will put it down for our understanding. And I want correct? Yes, sir. So again, this afternoon, I want to say very big thank you to God Almighty for having one here. This is Sorlumba town, and all the surrounding villages that are along the border. We are here on behalf of the Foya Statutory District and the people of some administrative districts, especially so the township of Sorlumba, say, IG, Reverend Paul, you are highly welcome you again. From the time of this situation, we have documented in the ID from people and our security team from the LIS to the police, Kansas Police Commando. On that very Wednesday, we saw one of the team that led us to the water side. At that point of today, our situations are very relaxed. I have to say that because in the absence of two people who were there with them, they said they can't rest, they can't go back until they see the kids spirit. And on that day, they saw the kids spirit. One or two spoke to them and said, don't go back. Now that we are here, we are here. So they didn't go well. I'd like to say that. Appreciate it. All the Johnson all the people who see in front of us, they try their best. So you are welcome. I know you can't sit in Monrovia and be hearing all the things. You can't come here. We appreciate your coming. I know you have to say something to your people. So the floor is yours. You are welcome.
Good afternoon to all. Ici à la hausse. I want to say thanks to you all for coming. We ask for everybody to come around so that we can talk to you and provide you some level of reassurance. On behalf of the government of Liberia, the National Security Council, through the Joint Security, the only reason why government pay us for is to make sure that we keep the citizenry safe.
Let's have a comment to you. Let me madanya mlawa nyekene.
And it is in times like these that we must prove to our citizens that the taxes that you pay us with, it is at work.
Dua telenda mali nanchom wana nani ma comment to you tona pa fule lenya mada otona pa wani.
People may be afraid here at this point in time, but I want to tell you that you are safe.
Ma la cho onyenye bengule merkatu anyala tulo.
When you physically see the security, then when you see the immigration, the police, where you see that they're portion of the security you got here.
Police yan chahawa po macha security actually the immigration now. Kuna anye mokoni nyano ho na unni.
You know, in the Bible, the prophet turned to the man, he said, I pray that God will open your eyes so you can look around the mountain and see who is there for you.
Me, when I do my Dumhara Dilima, Mpia America, let me one noche. Open me Bambe Cho, Mosina, Wanacholong, let me walk.
The entire joint security of Liberia, listen, the entire, I'm taking nothing from there. Everybody present here. You can see small, you can see over everybody present here.
Nyanya Chomos was son no de la bella po atunano. Apun la sinadale, like Atoman Kani Ninte, I think Atoman Kani Randi, Latin in Latina Pole, Katunano.
This country is a country of peace. We are going through our years of war. We will make sure that this particular situation will be settled diplomatically.
Lending, let the communal election. We are to work in natural levels in Shama. Let us let's say, Johnny the calling, ha, me to Shang on a canning, my joy on nothing.
our presence here is not because we came to fight war. We came to protect you all so that you can know yourself to you got security and that you can sleep and continue your business and your normal activities. The diplomatic aspect of it has been handled, or communique has been signed, and within the coming days, you will see this tension go down. So nobody should try to take advantage of it. We want to encourage everybody to continue to do their normal business. Go about it as you have always been. But I can't advise for the youth. First, you stood up and you showed the people that you are together and unified in protecting your community.
Meso kanun kanon sene yomla chom lembe mla chom chieno mara chom no ple le menya lo kumla songa le lende nyalenge.
So we want to say thank you. Thank you.
Le lande sabo nya barika ben ben o nya chio du jo hole.
And I want you to clap for yourself.
Alan chom ngole nya.
But like you all ask yourself when the national security comes with Popa, and y'all have done it.
Mundo chide ketawa wala yogo yakabe nena mbana pendi munu asim yona anyo mimtofanya kasim adina no isim de emitero mendani mchenum ne be limu wanda wando flanda town keo ninka mema wawa na ka kende ka chibe twala tiondo mawawa na ka kende twa madini achiwa na atwa ko atwe.
By July, we start the recruitment will begin to go all around the country. At number will tell what going to be. We look at how many officers. Right now, we need over 5,000 officers. We can't train 5,000 in 1,000. So this year, the company are ready for
1, 2.
the first 1,000.
Thanks for joining us. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Then the other 600 we say, oh my God, so we look at all the quarry, how many people of the how many people of the once we meet the criteria,
1, 2.
no, say,
1.
give the market smoker, then you can say, somebody you talk about more things that make you go. If you cross see because the world is still because everybody so it will depend on your full community. So the community will be the one recommending people for this whole recruitment process. But yes, I should guarantee people will
Let me Sorlumba. Going to the two Madina in, and I want to manage to Unanka. Recommending Munya Nanka. Since I are in the bed, in village. That's our then do. Madina Macha, come to I want a warm bed. I put on down Tingalam Banda. I trade so Medelam at one that to Kevana Kenya. Actually, what I joined that Mananka.
So we'll take one for the youth, the women, the youth, he just spoke of the women.
Yeah, one langa, so much or Manila. especially for educated people in and one educated people.
Mama, ati ko ne tena. Ya mama swa. Ya anana aku mana ayo. Wana ba ko shio do, ano chio, ano nandana, pinanda to, manga to propaganda danda. Mi opumman, o so bundi. Bundi so bo kwanu ba ko. Tena to saya ke, ko secret ya. Atono. To swa, atono ti atire. Mata to bo le na. Ya ato, o to bo le na ta fa. Suma, net mana tell you like. Bye bye.
We share this one out with you. Yeah, different small consequences. From down, and I feel running after the club. Or if that is not good, I'm happy to do it. You can close anytime. Up on our side, it's already and now all over. It's possible that one day the Guinea will go and say, let me go do something and therefore make it from me. When I'm happy in our home talks, we don't have that, but they are now authorized. What will happen? If something that are happening, we have to be close, we try and do something and go back and we have to do it.
So we got one law in Liberia.
In short, those small person
We got one law in Liberia called citizen arrest.
yes.
You as a member of the community, when you sit down, somebody want in your own town, like Sorlumba. When you sit down and somebody want to hear somebody, they want to kill somebody, we call it one, not somebody back with still. And you get responsibility to arrest that person and you go to the police.
Yes.
So that is full power, the God give you that power. Until the only reason why government is saying, like keep people like this small, they free because we don't want anybody to get hurt. Why you going across or why you coming across? But we know that everybody has to pay on one another because our sisters, they depend on us, we depend on them. So the only reason we temporary person is for your safety. But in the event that you are village, because it's can be everywhere like you say you're correct. So the hunters don't have to be a hunter. You the local people, if you see somebody crossing from the and you see that the intention not good, would I encourage you to tie them? Would I encourage you to beat them? Would I encourage you to harm them? But please, go them, bring them to the police or the immigration so that they can manage and go to all other responsibility to protect them. You have to go where you get from that. Even you in the property that is on the go.
Okay. Hello. What do you mean? You know, money. Can you share in the United? You know, condom in the my papa doesn't know. I didn't know my platter, let you cheer. The mamma swan no lemon. What is slower than you know? Already, my dog, Swan Navali. To what the Miss Railway, you know, I'm now tuning. The Pumatic Tramo Piano, more Tramolano, my Mempo Lano, or Boloa Polo, Boloa Chando. The Pumimasa told me I'll be like a single day.
Hey, you know.
People to like in Nando. Let us have to this way, they don't know fair. That people are going to put into it. Like you wanted. Can I change them more?
Mena mosa pe kwa ma ngona lo.
I cannot buy me that in the down.
But if you tell me all the local people, yes, that your full safety. And so we will call it, all the private kingdom and stuff, right? Because if you're in all in this area to make sure that we talk to the people. Especially on the surface, nobody working with your reports. So I want to each and every one of us responsibility. You see, I'm not putting on the bottom of the flood, report it. And then because people have to take some action, it's your own safety. Not trying to restrict anybody, but we want to keep people safe. It's all about your safety. So please listen because you're here with us for a short time. All we do is issue diplomatic. Stay on your side. No killing on the water. District commissioner asked you to please let them know the police. If there's a community-wide team here, let them patrol with us through all the different points so that we can have presence there at least to keep everybody safe. Yeah?
No.
Yeah.
Not young. We are nobody around them to catch your fair.
You know that you have a town.
You know that you have that level. Okay.
When I find a number, I can move now. She was talking about continue to white food, anything like get to
So, and I want to start up and one. Oh, the baby got to get back to Sama. When I still went to that, I
So, hello. Going to one no play. What is it?
Yeah.
Now.
So listen.
Yeah.
Listen. There's four things. Love and confidence. Even if you want to ask that's a encouraging. Don't never do with you. It depends on you if you don't want it. But we tell you that generally, you have to do your thing. And putting officer at the school is really difficult. You have to feel safe. Because the children continue to go to school.
Nayadi kalanchova. Lanyamunte. Unto the mioni already lancho. Atalo chatanyara. So wabema na suku wochowa mena unto dona e Sorlumba. Misuku wananu. Ke lanini kote. To sandabe. Lema twa wabe sigeti ya polisi anyo aya maunka sindananu. Lema watu anya wote. Le abipe mama suku woni anula matosako.
So I want to say thanks.
All right, so the I just
What I'm going to say is, please take the conversation. Sometimes, what of them because most of them get and whatsoever you say is very much dealing of this whole problem. The stakeholders, the local authorities, the security. So, so doing, please, those who are in space.
So some people are saying that the police is responsible for internal security, and they will feel more comfortable with their seeing the AFL because they don't know the difference. The uniform that the Guineans are wearing over there.
The AFL is here. The AFL is here. The AFL is here. So let me just since I keep saying the joint security is present and you want this particular word, yes, the armed forces of Liberia is present.
Honorable Aji, my name is Aisha Iba and I report for Liberia TV. One key issue that is coming from the citizens of this town is the issue of the Guinean forces crossing the water and coming on the soil of Liberia to station.
Well, I mean, that is why we are here. And that's an open secret because they are visible on the Liberian soil. But at this point in time, diplomacy is the best approach. And that is what is ongoing. I ask each and every one who trusts in this government. It's a very responsible government who has great recognition internationally, and not just the recognition, but respect from the level of tact and statesmanship that runs this current administration. So I am confident, and I would like to share that confidence with people that this issue, like every other thing that we will be engaged with, will be diplomatically resolved.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much for talking to us, sir. Well, you just listened to the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police engaging with the media here. Hey.
All right, folks. So basically, you heard it all. You just listening to the IG, speaking to the press, and as well to the people of Lofa. In fact, generally, to the nation. I pick up two key things from there, which is, I would say those two key things are very important. Is looking at recruitment of the military or the armed forces of Liberia, and as well the second one, it has been proven that AFL is stationed in Lofa. That's why he keep on saying joint security force, which is very, 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 very important. So that we know it is not just our AFL, our immigration and police officers at the border, but backing them, we have AFL station in Lofa. That is, just in case, so excuse me. So it is very, very important, that we have basically our men and women there. We see here. Okay, yeah. Tobasi, yeah, Christopher. Yeah, the IG is there. The IG is definitely there, of course. So that is completely a good thing. Yes, a real good thing. It is encouraging, really encouraging. Which I myself, I'm completely happy. I'm excited about it, and hopefully recruitment, looking at increasing our military, in the future. So, but later on, we are going to be discussing this. We're going to be opening the line later on. In the meantime, we're going to go to Samuel Jackson. And what is going on with Samuel Jackson, his current status in the country in regards to his wife death. And after that, then we will go into speaking in depth about these issues. So stay tuned.
So, welcome, folks. Welcome to Spoon TV. We live here at the grounds of the Temple of Justice, where on today shall be continuations of the case involving former Finance Minister Sametue and 4 other co-defendants here at Criminal Code C. But on this morning, we came before the court with the prosecuted jurors coming for trial. Then the court informed the lawyers that co-defendant Jefferson Camo, his lawyer, had prayed the court filed a motion to dismiss the no case and also praying for separate and second trial. And that matter was also filed. A petition was also filed before the Supreme Court of Liberia. So now the Supreme Court will have to go through the matter and send a minute before the lower court can continue with the matter. So on that note, the trial on today could not continue. Okay, so folks, as we were saying, the case today could not continue because co-defendant Jefferson Camo lawyers filed a motion for dismissal and also a motion for a separate and seventh trial. So according to the motion, he do not want to be tried along with the 3 or 4 others. That is the former Finance Minister Sametue and others. He don't want to be tried along with them. So he has told his lawyer to request for a separate trial. That is, they should try aside from the others because probably we don't know, quote unquote, he said something different. He had to play a lesser part in this entire saga, that he don't want the all to split on every one of them. So he requested for that motion, and the petition was also filed before the Supreme Court of Liberia. So now the Supreme Court will have to go through the matter and come up with decisions to send down a minute to the lower court to have the matter be proceeded with. Today we actually came for the selection of the lone juror that will complete the panel to 15. But that process could not continue because the judge had informed the lawyers and the defendants that co-defendant Camo file such motions, and that motion will, if granted, will allow him to be tried alone. He do not want to be tried along with co-defendant Sametue and the others. He wants his try to be alone. Probably he got some other things to reveal to his lawyer, and he got other things that he not want a lawyer to proceed with or to have a more with on. But if and only if the matter goes together, then it might be different. Then the odd, like I said, will be split on every one of them, and everybody might take a blame. So he started was that they should try him alone, and then they should also dismiss the case against him. So we'll get that document and give you full details in the readout that will be posted on our social media page, so you can get a full understanding of why he won a separate trial in this entire matter, and why he also won this entire matter to be or the case to be tracked against him. He said, "Hey, court, I'm not guilty. I'm not part of this entire saga. Can you please try this matter against him?" So he requested for that, and the court will go through that, and he will also went before the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court now will go through the matter, and when the court go through the matter, they will have a final say in it, and that final say, a minute will be sent to the lower court, and then we'll have the lower court proceeding with the case. So that's
Well, good morning, folks. Thanks for joining us. This is Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Collet. Um, we are coming to you live from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. And this morning, we're here to provide some updates with respect to the case involving renowned Liberian economist Sam Jackson, the tragic passing of his wife, the police investigation, and where we are at the moment. So I want to say thanks for joining us this morning. We want you to kindly give us feedback with respect to the quality of the audio. Let us know what the audio quality is like this morning as we begin this very important live broadcast here on Spoon TV at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. We want you to give us feedback. Let us know what the quality of the audio is like this morning as we begin this very important broadcast here. We are coming to you live again at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. And most of you who have followed over the time, you're aware that the Liberia National Police has been investigating circumstances surrounding the death of the death of Mrs. Jackson, Tony Jackson, the wife of renowned Liberian economist Samuel Jackson. So this morning, in fact, let's start from yesterday. We were at the funeral, the St. Moses Funeral Parlor, where the autopsy was being conducted. A Liberian pathologist by the name of Dr. Pade conducted the autopsy on the remains of Mrs. Tony Jackson. There were controversies surrounding the conduct of the autopsy, as lawyers representing the legal interest of Mr. Sam Jackson opposed to the conduct of the autopsy on grounds that the notice was served very late and that they also had issues with respect to the credential of the pathologist conducting the autopsy. Well, in the midst of all of that, the pathologist went on. The autopsy was conducted yesterday at the St. Moses Funeral Parlor at about 6:45 p.m. The entire process was concluded, and then we headed out, looking forward to seeing what happens. The 103 Simeon Frank yesterday at the funeral home did inform us that they are they had to conduct the autopsy based on the fact that this is an investigation and time is of essence. He also mentioned that at any point in time there are possibilities of the legal team of Mr. Jackson bringing in their own pathologist and conducting their own autopsy. But at the moment, the Liberia National Police had to go ahead and conduct the autopsy, since in fact this is something that is closely being followed by folks across the world. But this morning, the latest update is that Mr. Sam Jackson has been released. We received information about the release of Mr. Sam Jackson this morning. Once we got here, he had already departed the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. And we're yet to establish where exactly Mr. Sam Jackson is, but we've been informed that Mr. Sam Jackson has been released to his legal team, his legal representatives. So his lawyers have taken possession of him, and Mr. Sam Jackson is now with his legal representatives released to go home. But then the release is temporary. As you know, the case is still ongoing. The police is yet to release a major update on where we are since this investigation started, aside from the fact that there was a brief interview with police spokesman Sam Collins with respect to where we are on this case. And also, the police IG did make the pronouncement when Mr. Sam Jackson was being brought in and asked to stay here in police custody until after the 48 hours, since in fact he was being declared a suspect at that point. And so the case at this point is still ongoing, and the investigation is still very active at the moment. We are looking forward to seeing what happens. Mr. Sam Jackson is currently with his lawyer on grounds that the 48 hours has elapsed, and since in fact the legal representatives are here, if the Liberia National Police had detained Mr. Sam Jackson beyond the 48 hours timeline, that would have been a ground for the legal representatives to run to the court, and a writ of habeas corpus would have been filed for holding their client or detaining their client for beyond the statutory period, the 48 hours. So on that ground, Mr. Jackson has been released from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police here this morning. He has gone home or wherever, and he's now a free man. But what is happening at this point is that even with the release of Mr. Jackson, to his legal representative, we've been informed that there is police deployment at his residence as well. And that's something we're still following up on. As there is, we've been informed that there is police deployment at his residence. Remember, the release at the moment is temporary. It is not a release to say Mr. Sam Jackson is a free man. Mr. Sam Jackson did not commit the act, or he did what he's been suspected of. But what is happening at the moment is a respect for the rule of law, for as far as the investigation is concerned, since in fact the investigation is yet to be concluded. Mr. Sam Jackson will have to be released to his legal representatives. And so, yes, we are also looking forward to seeing a report. We are getting information that the Liberia National Police will shortly be updating the public. There will be a statement. There will be a statement very shortly from the Liberia National Police to say exactly where we are with this situation. And we are going to very shortly as well be speaking with some of the folks, the legal representatives of Mr. Jackson, to know exactly what the next course of action is. We're also gathering information that though the autopsy was conducted yesterday, but there's another portion, or there's another aspect of the autopsy that is yet to be conducted as well. There are different stages of this investigation, and so we are looking forward to see what happens in regards to that. But at the moment, we are looking forward to see what the update will be from the LMP this morning. What exactly is the Liberia National Police going to be informing the public about as far as this investigation is concerned? And we are also following up closely with the legal representatives, since in fact Mr. Jackson was not just released and said, okay, go home, but he was released to his lawyers. That means that his lawyers now take full responsibility of Mr. Jackson. They are fully responsible. So if anything, if for any reason the police wants Mr. Jackson back, the lawyers will have to make sure that they get Mr. Jackson to come back before the Liberia National Police to answer questions with respect to the ongoing investigation. So this is where we are. So I see one of the legal representatives. I see one of the legal representatives of Mr. Jackson here. We will speak to him, but he seemed to be very busy at the moment. He seemed to be very busy at the moment. Anthony Jeremiah Dubo is here. I did see him just a while ago. So we'll be speaking to him as well. Exactly where we are with this entire process. What led to the release and just anything else we need to know about Mr. Sam Jackson. But why all of this is happening? There is also in communication. A lot of you are aware that last evening there was this communication release to the public. There was this communication where a communication addressed to the Inspector General of Police regarding the absence and request for extension of time for the autopsy. That communication originated from the legal representatives of Mr. Jackson and asking for more time for this investigation. And at the point, he searched 10 copies of that communication, which we did not see. And then later gathered that. And so, yes, so this is where we are. And but today there's another communication from legal representatives of Mr. Jackson. This time around, it's been addressed. This time it's been addressed to the Ministry of Justice, right? To flip and just bring that issue here. And it's dated March 17th, which is totally it's dated March 17th. The communication is addressed to the Justice Minister concerning household toilet. And it says, Adasa Global Rights there is Sam Jackson currently undergoing investigation in respect of the death of his beautiful, in respect of the death of his beautiful and darling wife, has hired Dr. Rockefeller F. Cooper, the second of the Fair Eye Forensic Consultancy LLC, to conduct an autopsy on two Samoa while Dr. Cooper is currently on his way to Liberia to do the following. Okay, so these are things that Dr. Cooper will be doing once he arrives in Liberia. A, visit the crime scene. B, document the scenes. Like example, take photos, videos, and notes. And B, Dr. Cooper is going to collect evidence, physical items, swaps, where applicable, and samples. Search for clues, body strains, fingerprints, and footprints. Reconstruct, event, analyze evidence, and pieces together what happened. Interview witnesses. Conduct a comprehensive analysis of material evidence gathered and perform a post-mortem examination and send samples for and they send samples for histological, toxicological, and DNA analysis in the U.S. Further, the program is registered. It's been registered forensic radiological death investigator with LMDC licensed FMLDI001 and we will need police escort throughout this work where necessary. Therefore, given the gravity of this matter and the public interest in his generated, and the public interest it has generated over the last few days, where we are consulting with our international partners in the Association of Councils of International Criminal Courts and Tribunals, comprising qualified, experienced, and competent courtroom lawyers certified by the ICC, that's the International Criminal Court, and the UN-backed International Reserve for and courtroom lawyers certified. Sorry, let me change this from size. Small. Okay, so yeah, I think it's this now. So let me start from here. It says, therefore, given the gravity of this murder and the public interest it has generated for the last few days, we are consulting with our international partners in the Association of Councils of International Criminal Courts and Tribunals, comprising qualified, experienced, and competent court lawyers certified by the ICC and the UN-backed International Residual Mechanism for Criminal Court and Tribunals, amended under Rule 42 and 43 respectively, in The Hague, the Netherlands, for additional legal support, guidance, and direction. If considering the West may join the first team. Wow. It goes on to say a formal update. So this communication now is signed by former Solicitor General in Chief, Prosecutor, Republic of Liberia, certified as international all of his indications and the community says, in light of that, we humbly request the office to grant Dr. Cooper all that's to grant Dr. Cooper access or complete access to the alleged scene and also to the deceased body when requested. We hope that your office will further extend courtesies to access legal that may visit that year anytime soon. It says thanks faithfully Councilor Seaman Serena Seafors. And yes, this is where we are. All right, so this is the communication addressed this week to the Justice Minister of the Republic of Liberia, Councilor Hospital. This is the second communication we've seen so far coming from Adasa, Lofa, Sorlumba. The legal firm, the law firm where Councilor Seaman is and he says it's the lead counsel of this particular case, and this communication has been addressed to the Justice Minister to consider the visitation of the Rockefeller and this entire investigation. Well, considering where we are with this, we're now looking forward to see looking forward to see. Wow. All right, so while I was reading the communication, it said we lost audio, so let me see if we can get the audio back. And maybe I can add. All right, so while I was reading the communication, it said we lost audio. So, can you let us know? All right, so folks, we want you to give us update. Let us know where what the quality of the audio is like. You have to listen. The camera is focusing the air too much. You have to bring it down a little bit. No, not. Yeah, bring you. All right, so folks, we want you to keep giving us. All right, so we are very sorry, folks. We are very sorry for this situation. And so we want you to give us update now on the audio quality. We want you to give us update now on the quality of the audio. All right, so I think we have a very good audio now. We want you to give us more feedback on the quality of the audio as we continue with this update. All right, so okay, so I think we have a very good audio quality at the moment. So we will now go back to where we were when we lost audio. Again, we are here at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. The latest update on this case is that the Liberia National Police has freed Mr. Sam Jackson. He's been turned over to his legal representatives, his lawyers, at the moment, and Mr. Jackson has spent 48 hours here at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. The legal team, filed for his release this morning in line with legal procedures, and Mr. Jackson is now out. But he's being freed temporarily, as we stated earlier, because the investigation is still ongoing. We're looking forward to getting we're still looking forward to getting the first official update from the Liberia National Police with respect to where we are on this issue. Yesterday, an autopsy was conducted at the St. Moses Funeral Parlor, and that autopsy conducted yesterday by Dr. Pilot has, to some extent, contributed to evidence or pieces of evidence that that is needed for this entire process. So we also did mention that there was a communication addressed yesterday to the communication was addressed to the Inspector General, the IG, regarding the request for more time for the conduct of this autopsy. That communication came from the legal representatives of Mr. Sam Jackson, but we did not get a return copy of that communication throughout. And information we gathered was that the IG or the police did not receive the communication. And the communication highlighted a few things. One had to do with the short notice on which they got information regarding the conduct of the autopsy, the credential of the pathologist, and so forth. And so based on that, we brought you that update. But this morning, there is also a communication. There's another communication here from the legal representatives. This communication is now coming after the release of Mr. Sam Jackson to his legal representatives. And this communication is addressed to the Justice Minister, the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia, Councillor Oxford Twere. And I want to go back to reading this communication, since in fact, as of the time we brought the communication to you, we lost audio, and it seemed the information did not go across. So it's addressed to the Minister of Justice, and it says, "Dear Councillor Twere, Abdasa Global wishes to inform you that Mr. Sam Jackson, currently undergoing police investigation in respect of the death of his beautiful and darling wife, has hired Dr. Rockefeller F. Cooper II of the Third Eye Forensic Consultancy, LLC, to conduct an autopsy on Tony's body. Dr. Cooper is currently on his way to Liberia to do the following." So the first aspect of this communication has already informed us that apart from the autopsy conducted yesterday, the team is expected to Councillor Jackson's legal representatives are hiring their own pathologists to conduct another autopsy. But it goes on to say that Dr. Rockefeller Cooper, once he gets to the country, he will be doing the following. One, it says He will be visiting the crime scene. Dr. Rockefeller will be visiting the crime scenes. He will be documenting the scenes as well. Example, he's going to be taking photos and videos and taking notes as well as he visits the crime scenes. And then the third thing Dr. Cooper is going to be doing is that he's going to be collecting evidence, physical items. He's going to be doing the swabs where applicable, and samples will be done by Dr. Rockefeller Cooper. Third, he'll be doing search for clues, body stains, that's blood stains, fingerprints, and footprints. These are some of what Dr. Rockefeller Cooper will be doing. Third, he will be reconstructing the event, analyzing evidence to piece together what happened. And third, Dr. Rockefeller will be conducting interview with eyewitnesses on the situation. He will be conducting comprehensive review and analysis of material evidence gathered, and he will be performing a post-mortem examination, and he's going to be sending those samples for histology, toxicology, and DNA analysis in the U.S. The communication goes on to say further, Dr. Cooper is a registered forensic medicologist. That's college. Let me get this one. He's a registered forensic medical death investigator with the LMDC licensed, and will need police escort throughout his work where necessary. Therefore, given the gravity of this matter and the public interest it has generated over the past few days, we are consulting with our international partners in the Association of Councils of International Criminal Courts and Tribunals, comprising qualified, experienced, and competent courtroom lawyers, qualified by the ICC and the UN-backed International Residual Mechanism for criminal court and tribunals, emitted under Rules 44 and 43 respectively, in The Hague, the Netherlands, for additional legal support, guardians, and direction, and senior counsels considering the quest may join the defense team. And the latter portion of this letter says, the final paragraph in this communication says, in light of that, we humbly request your office to grant Dr. Cooper access to grant Dr. Cooper access to all alleged scenes, and also and also the deceased body when requested. We hope that the office will further extend courtesies to AFCAT legal team that may visit Liberia anytime soon. And this communication is signed by the legal representative of Mr. Sam Jackson, Councillor Sima Serena Seafirst of his Avdasad Global, addressed that communication to the Minister of Justice. So what this means is that the legal representatives of Mr. Jackson are going to be conducting their own autopsy as well. And aside from what the government of Liberia's forensic team did yesterday. And so we look forward to seeing what happens here in the coming days. But this is the situation. We're yet to establish as well as to when exactly the Liberian National Police is going to be when the Liberian National Police is going to be addressing the country, when the press conference is going to be held. But we are also going to speak with the legal team of Mr. Jackson to know as to what's the next course of action. But this communication also, to some extent, gives a clue as to what the legal team is going to be doing next. First thing is that the autopsy conducted yesterday, they're not in alignment with that. They didn't send a representative there, so they've hired their own pathologist now to conduct the autopsy. They said he's qualified, he has the requisite credential, since in fact that was one of the issues they raised in the previous communication when they outlined the uncertainties surrounding the credential of Dr. Kwade. So we're looking forward now to seeing how that goes. But the information now is Mr. Sam Jackson has been released. He's not in the custody of police. He has left the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. He has gone home or somewhere, I don't know, but we are going to establish that. We are also informed that that his home, there's police presence at his home as well, considering that he's being released. That's something we're yet to establish, but we understand that there is police presence at Mr. Jackson's residence. So we want to say thanks for watching Spoon TV, and we look forward to bringing you more updates on this particular situation as it unfolds. All right, so the next live broadcast we bring you will be from the LMP press conference, or we're going to bring you a live broadcast from with Mr. Sam Jackson and his legal representatives. Thanks for watching Spoon TV. Till we come back, have a good day and bye for now.